Good morning, y'all. So I'm on my daily walk. I just woke up, started exercising. I'm feeling real good. So today I wanted to talk about the difference between self-employed and business persons. So the difference between a self-employed worker is like a doctor, lawyer, accountant. If you don't work for a firm, if you don't work for a hospital, if you don't work for a business, you will control how much money you make. You will dictate the terms of how much money you make. Essentially, that can mean an array of things. For example, if you don't work, you don't eat, right? The only 3 places where you can not work and still get food in your stomach would be as an investor, number 1, because of the passive income, whether that be stocks or real estate. And number 2, as an employee with PTO, paid time off, sick days, all that good jazz. And that really does depend on what type of employment you're in. Because when I was in the restaurant industry, there were plenty of times where I couldn't possibly take a day off due to the fact that if I wasn't at the store, my location wouldn't be running. And I apologize for being so winded. I'm just starting to get back into the exercise groove. And so I'm feeling a little bit winded after doing a couple of push-ups. Had to switch hands as well because I was getting tired on one side. But this is exactly why you gotta stay in shape. This is exactly why you have to work out. Exactly why you have to do what everyone does not want to do in order to be the best version of yourself, because health is wealth. And I just took a quiz, not to diverge from the subject at hand, but I had just took a quiz where I'm actually turning 26 tomorrow as of the making of this video. And my metabolism is telling me that I'm already 26, although I'm 25. I mean, it doesn't make much of a difference because tomorrow is my birthday. So, I mean, it makes sense that my metabolism would be 26. But, I gotta exercise, eat right, and, try to stay within a fit range. And what I've noticed about myself is, certain foods, especially the ones that I love the most, are the ones that make me gain so much weight so quickly. And it's the stuff like the macaroni and cheese, the ice cream. And I don't really like ice cream like that, but there's this one place that I go, I love it to death, okay? But not to diverge from the subject, if you want time off, again, that's the employee, the investor, and the business. The reason I want to talk about business today is because a lot of my friends, a lot of my business associates, they are walking into they're teetering that line of self-employed and business person. And so when teetering that line, you really have to understand the difference. You say you don't want to work for anyone. So when you work for yourself and you can't take any days off, you work 7 days a week. Essentially, I mean, what type of life is that, I see in this area, I'm African. There's like 7 African restaurants within a 5-mile radius. That's so much business, so much traffic. And somehow they all stay in business every single year. So there must be a huge African population and a lot of people who are willing to eat out, which is rare for Africans to want to eat out so often, but I guess there's just so many that's possible. Now, with that being said, you'll see some restaurants that don't have enough family members they might not open on Sunday, or they may not open on Monday, because they know that the weekends are where you make your money. So in that case, they chose a day to have off to where they would lose the least amount of business. Even taking that one day off, I know because I'm in the restaurant industry, is essentially like losing $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 in one day, easily. Okay. So imagine being a business person, not hiring someone just for that one day where you pay them $20 an hour or something like that, in order to make that $4,000 or $5,000. I mean, it makes sense to keep the stores open. It makes sense to not close on that Monday. But again, you want your food quality to be where it's supposed to be. And essentially, you want to be able to have someone you trust to be managing that money in the store and everything else. So again, very difficult work. Even being a business, even having a business that can function without you, you're literally dictating the terms to where you're closed on Monday because you need a day off. You need a time off. And essentially, you don't trust anyone to do that job, which shows bad business acumen. It shows bad leadership. Your business should be able to run with or without you. The same food should taste the same with or without you. But the thing about soul food is everyone feels like it cannot be duplicated. It cannot be recreated. And so you'll grind without the inability to actually offset that to someone else. So the question of the day today is, what do you want to be? Do you want to be a self-employed person, an employed person, an investor, or a business personality? You can be more than one. You can be self-employed and be an investor. You can be self-employed and be an investor and own businesses. You can be employed, also be self-employed, be an investor, and own businesses, right? So it's not to say that you can't do all four, but you know, when you prioritize one thing, you tend to be very, very good at it. And when you prioritize all things, you're a jack of all trades, but you're not a master of any. Which one is the best? Well, that's to be determined by you, and how much money you can generate from your skills and the fields that you go into. So with that being said, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You know I post every single day at 8 a.m. daily, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. Peace.